Welcome back. I'm Grim Jim, the Underteller. I don't bury the dead, I tell the stories the living forget. My assistant and loyal servant Morty Grimsnatch, short for Mortimer, will explain. Take it away, Morty.
In the quiet English countryside, sometime in the 12th century, perhaps during the reign of King Stephen, villagers made a discovery that should not have been possible. Two children, alone, speaking no known language. And their skin was green. Not painted, not stained, just green. What followed was recorded by multiple medieval historians, not as legend, but as fact. And nearly 900 years later, no one can agree on where these children came from, or how they arrived. This is the story of the Green Children of Woolpit. The village of Woolpit, in Suffolk, England, was small and isolated, surrounded by farmland and deep pits dug to trap wolves. One day, villagers working their fields at harvest time near these pits noticed movement. Two children emerged from the earth, alone, crying. They cried out in a strange language no one recognized. And their skin, their faces, their hands, were unmistakably green. The children were dressed strangely, not poor, not noble, just wrong. The villagers did what people have always done when faced with the impossible. They stared in disbelief, quiet murmurs spread among them. The feral children were eventually taken to the home of a local lord, a knight by the name of Sir Richard de Calme. The villagers brought them food. Bread. Meat. Fruit. The children refused everything, even though they appeared to be starving. Until someone brought raw broad beans. They devoured them, eating like they hadn't eaten in days, or longer. At first, they ate the beans straight from the stalks, as if they had never seen prepared food before. Over time, as they learned to eat other foods, something strange happened. The green color faded. The boy, who appeared to be the younger of the two, was sickly. Despite care from the villagers, he fell ill and died within months. No wound. No illness anyone could name. He simply faded. However, the girl survived, was baptized and was given a position of some sort within the knight's household. She learned English. And once she could speak, they all asked her the question that mattered. Where did you come from? Her answer chilled them. She said they came from a place called St. Martin's Land. A land without sunlight. A land of endless twilight. No night, no day, just dim. She said everyone there was like them. She asserted that they came from a land where all the inhabitants had green skin, ate only green food, and that this was normal. The girl explained that she and her brother had been tending their father's flock when they discovered the entrance to a cave. From within, they heard the sound of bells and decided to follow it. They wandered through the darkness for a long time, until suddenly emerging out the other side. What greeted them was overwhelming. They emerged into an unfamiliar land beneath a sun so bright it left them disoriented and helpless. The warmth of the air and the brilliance of the light were unlike anything they had ever known. Frightened and confused, the children collapsed near the fields, where they were soon discovered by local reapers harvesting nearby. It was there, in the fields of Suffolk, that the strange story of the Green Children came full circle. She never wavered, and never changed her story. This story survives because it was independently recorded by two medieval chroniclers, Ralph de Coggeshall and William of Newburgh, writing around the year 1200 using earlier sources and oral testimony. These were not storytellers. They were historians. They recorded the Green Children alongside wars, famines, and royal events, not myths. Which raises a difficult question. Why record this at all, if it wasn't believed to be true? Today, we like tidy answers. Modern scholars have offered various explanations: malnutrition, hypochromic anemia, or foreign children lost in a strange land. Yet each theory leaves gaps. Others, less grounded in evidence, have gone further, suggesting more extraordinary possibilities, including extraterrestrial origins. None fully explains the unfamiliar language, a land with no sun, or how two children wandered out of the earth, alone. And they certainly don't explain why the girl's account remained consistent over time, even as she learned English and assimilated into village life. The girl grew up. She assimilated. She married a man at King's Lynn, in the neighboring county of Norfolk. According to some later accounts, the girl adopted the name Agnes Barr and is said to have married a man described as an ambassador of Henry II of England, though neither detail can be conclusively verified. She lived out her days. And then, the story ends. No further explanation, no resolution. No return to St. Martin's Land. Which leaves us with an uncomfortable thought. What if these children didn't travel? What if they were displaced, by war, by famine, or by something far stranger than a simple journey? The green children of Woolpit were not monsters. Not myths, they were children. And whatever happened to them, it was real enough to be written into history, and strange enough that it still invites questions centuries later. Some mysteries are never resolved, not because they lack explanations, but because some stories aren't meant to be solved. They're meant to be remembered.
The green children of Woolpit weren't ghosts. They were real. They ate, they spoke, they died, and whatever happened to them was strange enough that nearly 1,000 years later, we're still telling their story. Thank you for watching. My friends of the macabre, if this story stirred something in your soul, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell, so you'll never miss the next tale that creeps out from the dark.